What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Chris Meaney here of FTNBets.com. 10 games on the ice in the NHL for March 4th. So here is the Puck Report. Several different player props for you tonight. I got a few that I'm going to hook you up with, but over at FTNBets.com, use that promo code Meaney. You'll get all the bets. Sides have been pretty good recently, nailing a couple parlays, up 26.51 units on just sides alone, 77 and 55. Parlays, 22 and 32, not where I would like it to be, but up 25 units there. 59 units altogether over at FTNBets.com. So if you're looking for a subscription, make sure you use that promo code Meaney for a bit of a discount. Let's get into a few player props that I like for this evening. As I mentioned, 10 games on the ice, so there really are several different options. I'm going to start with Tyler Toffoli. This is a guy that I usually pick, especially when he's inside the top six. So Josh Anderson hasn't played the past couple games, and Toffoli has gotten a bit of a boost, right? He was on that third line where he's kind of just caught in no man's land with Jesperi Kotkaniemi and Yoel Armia. Still getting power play time in the first unit, which he still is, but with no Josh Anderson, he's missed the past couple games. He's not going to play tonight against the Jets. Toffoli has 10 shots in those two games. He's averaging 3.38 shots per game, so he's hit the over more times than not here, and recently he's been all over it. This is a really good matchup against the Jets tonight. 5-on-5 numbers per 60 minutes, according to Natural Stat Trick. The Jets have allowed the ninth most shots, the second most scoring chances, 28 scoring chances per hour at 5-on-5, and a league-high 12.49 high-danger chances per game. And if you look at the Canadiens, this is a team that they just generate a ton offensively. You know, the goals have kind of dried up recently, but they're third in high-danger chances created at 5-on-5 per 60 minutes. They have a league-high 30 scoring chances per 60 minutes at 5-on-5. And their goals for are still right there, top 5 in the NHL. 2.74 goals for per 60 minutes. And you look at their shots, this is just a team that racks up a lot of shots, a league high 34 shots per 60 minutes at 5-on-5. So a really good, opportunity to create some offense against a team in the Jets who give a lot up. So I'm taking Tyler Toffoli in the 2.5 and sticking with the same game here. I like Kyle Connor at 2.5. He's minus 150. Get Toffoli there at minus 140 DraftKings Sportsbook. But Connor's another guy averaging 3.1 shots per game, 4.7 over his last 7 contests. Connor had 7 shots in 2 games against the Canadiens last week. He's actually had 7 shots in a game 3 times over the past couple weeks. So the trigger man on that first power play unit, Scheifele and Blake Wheeler, even Josh Morrissey, they look to get the puck to Kyle Connor. And even his winger, Nikolai Ehlers, who's the trigger man on the second power play. Those two play together, Pierre-Luc Dubois in the middle, and it's a trio that I think going down the road will be one that we'll want to attack, whether it's shot props, goal props, first goals, DFS, whatever it is. I think it's going to be a solid line. So Kyle Connor, Tyler Toffoli, and then Nikolai Ehlers is another one that I like at 2.5. Sean Couturier is plus money here, 120, DraftKings Sportsbook. He really took advantage of Sidney Crosby's absence in the first meeting against these two teams earlier this week. They faced off on Tuesday. It was a 5-2 win for the Pens, but the Couturier line with Joel Farabee and JVR, they were awesome. They had a game-high 21 shot attempts, 12 shots on goal. Couturier had 7 alone, and 9 scoring chances, 3 high-danger chances, and they cashed in with 2 goals at 5-on-5. So Couturier, the 7 shots, had the assist, extended his point streak to 7 games. He has 1.3 points per game on the season, which is a top 10 mark in the NHL. He's only played 12 games so far this year, but he has 16 shots over his past 3 games. So usually somebody that I feel like as a pass-first guy, I don't really take advantage of these shot props, but plus money, the fact that going to be no Crosby tonight, going to have to go up against Evgeny Malkin, who's not the strongest defensive player. So this is another plus matchup for Sean Couturier, Joel Farabee, JVR, get involved with shot props, potentially some goal props there as well. We hit Farabee the other night, anytime goal. So that's one that I would go back to. Some decent odds for him. I believe he's 16-1 over at DraftKings Sportsbook. Evgeny Malkin sticking inside the same game, 2.5. He's cleared this number in 5 of his past 8 games. I mentioned no Sid. Played 20 minutes when these two teams played the other night. He gets the better wingers when Sid's out of the lineup and usually steps up when Sid's out of the lineup, partly because of that. He has now Jake Gensel on his left side. He's been playing with Brian Rust most of the year, but he's got Rust on his right side as well. I like Patrick Hornquist over 2.5 shots against his former team. It has nothing to do with revenge, although if there was a sport that I would choose to buy into the revenge narrative, it would be hockey, right? It's tough in baseball unless you're a pitcher. It is a team sport. You can run into a pitcher. Basketball, you could take over a game, and on the ice, you can take over a game. You can shoot the puck. There's a little bit of an adrenaline rush. Trust me, Hornquist has it. He spoke about it before when he took care of his former team as a member of the Pittsburgh Penguins, and he did a heck of a job in the finals that year. So Hornquist 2.5 -155 DraftKings Sportsbook against the Preds. I like that one quite a bit. You want an under? It's Matthew Barzal. He's played the Buffalo Sabres 3 times this year. He's been under 3 in all 3 of those games. A bit of a pass-first guy, in my opinion, playing with 2 snipers in Anders Lee on the left side and Jordan Eberle on the right side. If you're going to take an Islander on an over, it would be one of those two in Lee or Eberle. So give me the under on Barzal. Vincent Trocheck is among the leaders in shots on goal at 5-on-5. This is a really good matchup against Detroit. I like him for an anytime goal as well. Detroit ranks 29th in high danger chances allowed per 60 minutes at 5-on-5, and Carolina among the leaders, top 3 in high danger chances created at 5-on-5. So Trocheck is the guy, but the Hurricanes as well, another good spot, right? We like Trocheck, so I'm going to like Svechnikov here. He's been shooting a little bit more lately. It was a nice run, and then he slowed down, and he was up and off of the third line and the first line, all over the place with Aho and Stahl. I don't really think it matters who he plays with. I like the fact that he's on that number 1 power play. Detroit's penalty kill, one of the worst in the league for the past couple years now, dating back to the start of last season, the worst PK in the NHL. And I mentioned the high danger chances allowed, 29th. So Svechnikov -129 over 2.5 shots. But a couple parlays here: Couturier and Connor, Toffoli and Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews is really juiced up. Most spots he's at 4.5. I could do 4 if it's plus money. 3.5 here just to get to 4 is nice. He put 7 pucks on net in his return last night. He's playing the Canucks. The Canucks just allow so much rubber at 5-on-5, and overall they're among the leaders in just penalties taken, and Austin Matthews has been a beast on the power play. He's just on the half boards. He comes back on the top of the circle in the blue line, and he comes in and he just rips it. So, 3.5 shots is nothing for Austin Matthews, bummed wrist or not. You want more plays? Check out FTNBets.com. Use that promo code Meaney. Thanks for watching. Any questions, hit me up here in the YouTube section. Please like, rate, review, tell a friend, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.